Well, here we go with the action from this morning's shakedown. Who was quickest through? Well, it was that man, Esa-Pekka Lappi. Disaster for him here last year, wasn't it? Off the road within sight of the flying finish on stage 2. He did some damage to that Hyundai. He'll be looking to put things right though this time. The second quickest through, my goodness me, Martin Sesks. Continuing where he left off, really, when we left Latvia. Incredible performance from him in Shakedown. Difficult to measure the times, mind you. Bit of tyre saving going on. Sesks, though, looking good through Shakedown. Oh, and third quickest, the battle of the young guns, Sami Pyri. He's been here before, don't forget, in the Rally 2 car. He's got a little bit of experience. Sesks, the man with no experience. But Pyri, again, for a youngster, looking good in Shakedown. Fourth quickest through this morning, Kalle Rovanperä, hoping to put things right after that disaster on the penultimate stage in Finland. He was here last year. He'll know all about these abrasive roads. Well, as does this man. Fourth quickest in Shakedown, but our winner here on the previous 2 outings to Rally Chile, Ott Tänak, knows how to go well on these roads. He knows how to look after his tyres, and you know what? He's got a bit of a point to prove after a difficult few rallies on the fast gravel of Europe. Well, this man, Elfyn Evans, he's another one in need of a good result. Maybe not quite so much for himself this time, but certainly for the team. Toyota in desperate need of manufacturer points here. They have to outscore Hyundai. A lot of that will be down to this man. Seventh quickest through, our championship leader, it's Thierry Neuville. He doesn't have to do too much this weekend. The man with, if you like, hardly any pressure on him. Top 4, top 5, that'll do nicely, Thierry. As we skip down a few places, 10th quickest, it was Sebastian Ogier. Well, we assumed he had a little bit of a problem in the opening run through Shakedown. Was he protesting, though, at that decision after Rally Greece? I'm not so sure. See what you think. Looked as if maybe you were gesticulating about something at the end of that first pass. Was there? Well, it looked like you and Vinny were having quite a chat. No, so there was no problems in the car.
Vincent, you mean?
Yeah. At the end of the stage, no problems. So the car's okay.
All fine.
We understand what's going on, and we completely agree with you, Seb. Well, that was all the action from the short blast through Shakedown. Do you know what? I think it's time we heard from our drivers. We caught up with them in the media pen in the service park. Mathematically, you're still very much in it, but is the approach different this weekend, or is it just the same as it's been for the last 4 or 5?
I don't know how the last 4 or 5 have been.
Not great.
Yeah, no, they've been, but let's say they were not great because of the approach. The approach was not, to have not great event, but yeah, for sure we've been not in a good shape, especially in smooth events, which I normally enjoy, but it's been difficult to make the car work there, and let's see how far we get here to get a good balance in the car. But at the moment we are still in a big fight with Toyota and also in a driver's championship. So yes, Thierry is further away, but because of the manufacturer championship, we can't really lift off. We need to keep pushing, and we need to protect from them.
It was difficult to compare your debut with Martin's debut, but you're going head to head here. Is that the battle we should all be watching this weekend?
I don't know, at least I'm not thinking too much about it. There is I would say there is many drivers still. It's not only me and Martin, so the competition is a bit wider. And also for me personally, it's about having my own rally, doing my own thing, trying to improve myself, and then we will see what happens. But I don't know what is Martin's strategy, if he will go for it more, but I try to be also a bit on the safe side. So, but yeah, you never know how it will be.
Will you be watching his times when you come into the stop lines?
Well, that's for the other people to talk about it. That's our work is just to drive.
But you can see why people are talking about it.
Yeah. Of course, and I think it brings a lot of joy for the championship that there's new drivers here and no one really knows how fast we are. Even we don't know. We had the opportunity, we had to take it, and yeah, the preparation wasn't the best for this one. I haven't been more than a month in the car, so now the shakedown was the first one. Tunnel vision at the first kilometer, but no, it was great fun. It was really nice, and yeah, I think we adapted quite well in the shakedown. But yeah, the real race starts tomorrow anyway.
Let's put a scenario to you. Sunday lunchtime, you're leading the rally, which is very possible. Ogier is second. Would you consider swapping places with Seb to boost his chances in the Drivers' Championship?
Well, it depends, of course, on many things. It depends on the situation, how easy it is to do. This year, you don't need to do a big change on Sunday to give more points. Usually it's tight caps. So it depends. But yeah, to change for the win, probably not.
What do you feel about Takasan's position just now, and what do you feel is the best way for him to progress?
I think he just needs to really reset, like have a time off, not to keep working all the time more and more, because at some point it's too much. You need to always relax. You need to understand there is always it's rally's mental game. He knows how to drive fast, so he also needs to know how to relax. I think that's the biggest thing. I told him, take few beers and enjoy life for one weekend without rally.
M Sport obviously got the tyre choices right last year. Has there been much discussion about why they got it right and how to preserve the tyres? Have you managed to discuss with the team the best strategy of looking after them?
Well, with no misrespect, I just don't understand why the others have not taken this tyre choice when I looked at the stages after my wiki. But you know, you always know better after the race than before, so it's easy to say after that. But no, I think Roy did the right choice. He was also last to start, so he could take also more hard than the others. That was also maybe a point where he had more chance to take extra hard than the others. So yeah, maybe that's the reason.
It's that last stage in Greece. How difficult is it to put that kind of incident behind you and move on? Because it was a huge moment in terms of this year's championship as well as for you personally.
You know what? It didn't cost me any point this road.
Ooh.
That's the truth.
That's the madness of the point system.
That's magnificent, right? It's like amazing. But the truth is, I have the puncture. From this moment on, my race is over. I stop, I change the wheel. I lose all the Sunday point anyway. And now being able to bring the car back, the only thing we changed with this roll is I was not standing on the podium. That's for the statistic, okay.
Do you feel maybe your teammates have to try a little harder and step things up a little bit here? Because once again, you are kind of carrying the team. Would you like to see them maybe upping their game here?
I mean, I don't know if we can say it that way. Of course, I will hope that my teammates score more points, but I will not word it like this. I'm not really here hoping support from my teammates. I'm here working with them to try to make the team win. Yeah, these last two rallies have been really hard for Toyota, so the chances are not over.
Tell me what the calculations are in terms of the championship.
If I win, I win it. If I'm second, I can still win it. If I'm third, I can still win it. But it's better to just win it so it's done. So I can go home and relax.
Well, that was really quite interesting, wasn't it? Hearing from all our drivers in the media pen. Does sound very much as if once again this year it could well all be about tyre choice, tyre preservation, looking after the tyres, making the right tyre choice. It's a fascinating weekend ahead. The dynamics involved in the battle for the driver's title, maybe a little more pertinently, the battle for the manufacturer's title. I can't wait to see how all of that shakes down over the course of this weekend. It's going to be a cracker, that is for sure. Well, listen, who impressed you most in the media pen behind us there? Who do you think has got maybe the confidence to go out and win this one? Who has to win this one? I think it's a really difficult one to predict the 1, 2, 3. I tell you what, you guys have been pretty good at this in the past. In the comments below, 1, 2, 3 on this event. Now, the other thing I'd like you to do is to put your questions to us over the course of the weekend. Anything you would like to ask. Well, just about anything. Put your questions below in the comments and we will do our very, very best to answer as many of those questions as we can over the course of the weekend. So I tell you what, I am looking forward to some fabulous driving out in the stages this weekend. And you know, if you've ever fancied yourself as a bit of a rally driver but thought, well, actually, I need a little bit more experience, I need to learn a little bit, I've got the answer. You know where to go, it's Dirtfish. That's what we're all about. We're all about taking young talent, even older talent like me at times, and bringing out the best in your driving skills and your driving abilities. Have a look on the website for all the information on our courses at Dirtfish HQ across in Seattle. Folks, I'm really looking forward to this weekend here in Chile. It is going to be a cracker. We will be covering the event as we usually do. If anything happens, stay with dirtfish.com, because that is the place for all your news this weekend from Rally Chile.